Have you ever looked at your partner, maybe the woman you've shared decades of life with, and quietly wondered, when did we stop being close? When did we become more like roommates than lovers? You still love her, you still care, but something's changed. She feels distant. You reach out and she pulls away. You try to make things better, but nothing seems to work. And here's the hard truth. Most men never see the moment it happens, because it's not a sudden event. It's a slow drift. Not because of age, not because of hormones, but because something deeper has been missing for too long. Emotional connection. The kind that makes her feel seen, appreciated, safe, loved, not for what she does, but for who she is. In this video, we're going to share something few men ever hear, especially after 60. It's the truth about what women really need to feel desire again, and how one small shift, done consistently, can reignite the spark you thought was gone. So before you scroll away, stay, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you love for the rest of your life. Part 1. The deeper meaning of intimacy. To many men, intimacy means physical closeness, holding hands, kissing, chemistry in the bedroom. But as a woman grows older, something shifts. Intimacy is no longer just about the act, it becomes about the atmosphere, the energy she feels when she's near you. A 92-year-old woman once said,
"The way a man looks at you, listens to you, holds space for you, that's what makes you want to be close. Not the touch, but the tenderness."
and it's true, a woman can still love you deeply and yet slowly begin to withdraw. Not because she doesn't care, but because she no longer feels emotionally safe. When a woman senses distance, not in miles but in meaning, her body mirrors that gap. She may stop initiating touch, she may seem quieter, less warm, and most men miss the signs. They assume it's aging, hormones. They say,
"She's just not interested anymore."
but the truth is softer and harder to see. She's protecting herself. Because when she doesn't feel emotionally seen, when daily conversations feel shallow, when appreciation fades into routine, her heart slowly steps back and her body follows. The good news, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Create a space where she feels safe to open up. Remind her, with your words and actions, that she's not just needed, she's cherished. And intimacy, it will return, not as duty, but as a natural response to being truly seen. If you've ever felt your partner pulling away without knowing why, maybe now you see it a little clearer. At Timeless Wisdom, we believe real connection doesn't come from trying harder. It begins with understanding, with truth, with presence. So here's a gentle question for you. What's one thing you could say today that would help her feel truly seen, appreciated, and safe with you? Leave a comment below, not just for yourself, but because someone. When we speak with honesty, we don't just heal our own relationship. We help others find their way back to love too. Part 2. The silent mistakes that push her away. Dear friend, let's be honest. Most men don't mean to hurt the woman they love, but sometimes it's not what you do that creates distance. It's what you stop doing. Like Mark, he'd been married for over 30 years. He worked hard, never cheated, always came home. He thought he was doing everything right. But one day, his wife grew quiet. She pulled away. The spark was gone. He asked,
"Did I do something wrong?"
She said,
"No."
but something in her eyes said otherwise. Here's what Mark never realized. At the start of their love, he used to make her feel seen. He'd notice the way her voice changed when she was tired. He'd ask how her day was, and really listen. He'd hold her hand in the grocery line, just because. But over time, life got busy. He stopped noticing, not out of malice, just out of habit. And slowly, she stopped feeling special. Because the truth is, women don't fall out of love all at once. They drift when they stop feeling emotionally safe. That's the silent mistake many men make. They believe love, once won, will last forever on its own. But love, like a garden, needs tending. Not with grand gestures, but with tiny, consistent signs that say, "I still see you, I still choose you." So today, ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do to make her feel understood? Drop a comment below. Type 1 if you've ever noticed this change in your relationship. Type 0 if it doesn't resonate. Your story matters, and your effort matters more than you think. Next up, let's talk about how one small mindset shift can bring intimacy back without changing who you are. Shall we? Part 3. The one shift that reignites passion without chasing youth. Dear friend, We don't believe you need to be younger. You don't need to be richer. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to shift one thing, how she feels in your presence. Let us share something powerful a wise 92-year-old woman once told us.
A woman gives her heart, her body, her everything when she feels emotionally safe, cherished, truly seen. A woman gives her heart, her body, her everything when she feels emotionally safe, cherished, truly seen.
You're safe with me. I see you. You matter.
Take Jerry, 68. He spent years trying to bring the spark back. He bought gifts, planned trips, watched videos on how to be more exciting. Nothing worked. His wife stayed distant. One night, while cleaning up after dinner, he gently asked,
Do you still feel loved by me?
She looked up surprised. Tears filled her eyes. She said,
I feel cared for, but I don't feel known anymore.
That moment changed everything. Jerry realized he had been doing many things for her, but not many things with her. So he stopped focusing on improving himself and started doing something far more meaningful. He showed up emotionally. He asked about her day. He noticed when she was tired and said,
You've done enough today. Come rest with me.
He stopped trying to fix her moods. Instead, he sat beside her in quiet presence and said without words.
I'm here.
And little by little, her guard came down, her smile returned, and so did their passion. That's the shift. It's not about chasing youth, it's about returning to emotional presence. When a woman feels safe in your energy, when she feels seen, appreciated, understood, she naturally wants to be close again. Not out of duty, not out of habit, but out of genuine desire. So let us ask you, what's one thing you can do today, not to impress her, but to make her feel seen? Maybe it's a soft compliment. Maybe it's listening without interrupting. Maybe it's simply holding her hand while she talks. You don't need to change your body, just change your presence. And when you do, you'll be amazed at how love flows back to you. Now, are you ready to discover the daily actions that make this connection effortless? Let's keep going. Part 4. Why intimacy fades and how to bring it back without trying so hard. You love her. You still want her. But something's shifted. She feels distant, less affectionate. And no matter what you do, she doesn't seem interested. You plan nice dinners. You clean the house. You drop hints. But the warmth you once shared feels out of reach. Here's the hard truth most men never hear. She's not rejecting you. She's reacting to how disconnected she feels. Intimacy doesn't fade all at once. It fades slowly, every time she feels unheard, every time she has to repeat herself, every time her needs feel invisible. You see, women don't fall out of love overnight. They withdraw emotionally long before they pull away physically. But here's the good news. You can reconnect. And it doesn't require expensive gifts or grand gestures. It begins with the small moments, the ones that tell her,
I see you. I hear you. You matter.
Take Jack, for example. He'd been married 28 years. He thought things were fine until his wife stopped reaching out, stopped smiling, stopped initiating anything physical. He tried everything, flowers, trips, even more affection, but nothing worked. Until he did one thing he hadn't done in years. He asked,
How are you? Really? I want to understand what you've been feeling.
Then he listened, not to fix, not to defend, just to hear her. And when she cried, he stayed. When she paused, he didn't interrupt. When she opened up, he didn't rush to change her mind. That conversation changed everything. Because when a woman feels emotionally safe, seen, and understood, her body begins to trust again. And from that place, desire returns naturally. So if you feel like you've lost something, maybe it's not lost. Maybe it's just waiting for the right kind of presence. At Timeless Wisdom, we believe you don't need to try harder. You just need to tune in. Start here. Ask her how she's really feeling. Let her speak without rushing. Listen for the feeling, not just the facts. Respond with care, not advice. And if you're not sure what to say, start with this.
I've missed how close we used to feel, and I'd love to find our way back together.
Because sometimes love doesn't need fireworks. It just needs a quiet light turned back on. Let's talk more in Part 5. We'll show you exactly what actions reignite desire without pressure or pretending. Part 5. Small daily acts that rebuild love and intimacy. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You just need to show up, one small act of love at a time. Real intimacy isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on the quiet, consistent way you say,
I still choose you every day.
You matter, I respect you, You're safe with me. You matter. I respect you. You're safe with me.
I treat her like the queen she is, and she treats me like the king I am.
2. Love her by loving yourself. The way you care for your own mind and body teaches her how to care for hers. If you want her to light up with life, light your own spark first. Eat better, sleep well, read something new. Grow not because you're broken, but because you're still becoming. As one commenter shared,
I started listening, learning, and becoming better, not just for her, but for us.
3. Speak from the heart. Women don't just hear your words, they feel them. Don't just say, you look nice. Say, I love the way your laugh still fills the room. Don't just say, thanks for dinner. Say, I appreciate how much love you put into this. I see it. I feel it. These small affirmations open her heart like sunlight on a flower. 4. Touch her with no agenda. A soft kiss on the forehead, your hand on the small of her back, a squeeze of her hand while passing by. Physical connection with no expectations rekindles the emotional fire. When she feels cherished, without pressure, she naturally leans closer. 5. Listen like you want to understand. Not to reply, not to solve, just to be there. Sit, be quiet, look her in the eyes. As one man shared after 30 years of drifting,
I just listened, and for the first time in years, she opened up.
at Timeless Wisdom, we believe these little things are the big things. So here's our gentle challenge. What's one small thing you can do today, without being asked, to make her feel seen, heard, and safe? Drop it in the comments. Your action might inspire someone else who's ready to begin again, today. True love isn't built on grand gestures. It's made of small, daily moments, done with a full heart. Many people believe that once you've been together long enough, love will take care of itself. But the truth is, feeling seen, heard, and cherished is never automatic. For women, intimacy is deeply emotional. When she feels safe, appreciated, and truly understood, closeness comes naturally. But if that emotional connection fades, even love may not be enough to keep the spark alive. That's why lasting intimacy depends on the little things: a sincere thank you, holding her hand without needing a reason, listening without rushing to fix, showing up on time and keeping your word, and perhaps most importantly, loving yourself. Because how you treat yourself teaches others how to love you. No matter your age, you can choose to reconnect, not by trying harder, but by understanding more deeply. The spark isn't found in youth. It's found in presence, empathy, and quiet acts of care. And often, the smallest shift in your words or your tone is where the healing begins. At the end of the day, it's not about saying the perfect words or doing the perfect things. It's about showing up with presence, with kindness, and with love that's felt, not just spoken. When a woman feels truly seen and emotionally safe, intimacy becomes effortless. And when a man learns to lead with his heart, not just his hands, that's when relationships don't just survive, they blossom, even in the later seasons of life. At Timeless Wisdom, we believe love doesn't retire. It grows deeper with understanding, stronger with time, and more beautiful with intention. So take one small action today. Say the kind thing. Do the thoughtful gesture. Be the partner you would fall in love with again. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below. Let us know, what's one thing you'll do today to make your partner feel truly loved? And if you believe more people need to hear this, please share it. You might just save a relationship or spark new life into one.